You're listening to Canal Street Radio with myself, Billy Jean, and new VBA chair, Jackie Crozier.
Good afternoon.
What are you doing? VBA, what does it do, and what is it all about?
The Village Business Association, as it's called,
Yes.
is a collective of businesses in the Manchester Gay Village. And we come together and instead of being individual bars, it's a collective and we feel that we have more of a voice together. So we look at a variety of issues within the village that affects not just the businesses but the community and the residents, and we try to work collectively as a gay village.
Which you're promoting with the new hashtag MCR Gay Village, is that right?
We are, yeah.
Cool, which we like. How did you get involved in chair?
Well, I've had a kind of long-going history with the village. I used to be the festival director of Manchester Pride, and so I worked at Manchester Pride for 6 years. And the last couple of years, I've still kind of kept involved in the community, because I think once you've been involved in it and you see what good can come from this fantastic area that we've got, it's hard to kind of let go. And I'm really quite passionate about the area, and it's okay as a 30-something-year-old who's quite happy in her sexuality and everything, but for younger people coming out, we need the gay village. And so when I was asked to become the chair, it's a big ask, but I do feel absolutely passionately about it.
It's a big ask, and you're a very busy woman, as I know. What does the chair of the VBA do?
Well, I chair the meetings.
Right.
So
Which
yeah.
are quite heated.
They are. And I think it'll be weird to be chairing them after going for so many years and getting shouted at occasionally and having to give a Manchester Pride update. So
Yeah.
I think I've got a kind of wealth of experience of the kind of politics and the goings on of the village, and I've got what I hope is a good relationship with a lot of the bars and the venues within the village. So, one of my roles is to kind of bring everybody together and make sure that the village has a voice, and look at marketing, look at events, look at the PR of the village, and really kind of champion what we've got and promote our gay village.
So, how do you see the village moving forward with the VBA?
I think the village has got a really big part to play within Manchester. It's iconic. It's one of the biggest gay villages in Europe, and the VBA should be at the forefront of pushing forward what we have to offer. We've got loads of bars, we've got loads of places to eat, we've got a great community. Yep. It's a residential area. We've got a canal going through our village.
Yeah.
I mean, how many other villages get that?
No.
There's loads of things to be done, and it's about promoting what we have on offer and saying, it's not just somewhere that you come on a Saturday night and get drunk. It's somewhere that can be used 7 days a week.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And I've said that for ages, it's not just about Saturday night. Speaking of, there's lots of things to do. What is on the agenda? Do you have anything fixed yet, apart from apparently drag queens cleaning the streets?
Well, we are going to be doing a village clean-up. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
There's a few initiatives that we're pushing through to really start to take ownership of the village again. Cool. We want gay people to feel safe, absolutely feel safe in our village.
Yep.
And the village is still needed. So there are some quick fixes that we're kind of looking at, but there's also a long-term strategy that we're just pulling together. And as I said, it's a big job, it's a voluntary position, and I couldn't do this on my own. And
I was just going to say to you, are we bringing in
my dream team?
A dream team.
I've got a dream team, yeah. I've got 3-4 professionals who are excellent in what they do. So I've got somebody who's going to head up a marketing subcommittee,
Fantastic.
A community subcommittee, an events subcommittee, and I've got a PR lady who is going to look at positive ways to promote the village. And they've all offered their time for a year because they believe passionately in the village, and we want to see it just get bigger and better and get rid of some of the image that it's had of recent, and look at ways of working together. And I think that's really important, and it's great that I've got people that can advise the VBA, because ultimately it's the venues in the village that are here all the time. They know their stuff, it's just they're busy.
It's their income as well.
It's their income,
it's their livelihood.
Yeah, they're promoting their own businesses, and absolutely they should be doing that. And I think it's for me and the people that I've brought in to work with everybody and to be singing from the same hymn sheet, so to say, and just
the vision.
Yeah, absolutely. What would Manchester be like without a gay village?
It's hard to think, isn't it? It's kind of been, it's just such a massive part of our lives. Yours, mine, it's just huge.
Well, it is, and I think that's the important thing, because you have to think, what would it be like if we didn't have it? And I'm not saying that the village is going to go, but I think we've just got this wonderful place that once you step over the line, you feel absolutely confident in your sexuality. We absolutely should promote that and make sure that young LGBT people coming into the village have got the same experiences and the same needs that we've always had. I mean, I was in the village when it was queer as folk, and walking over the line and seeing the lights twinkling.
What was the first bar that you went to?
Manto's.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever walked into the village, it was at Manchester Pride.
Right.
And we parked on Princess Street and walked past New York, New York. I remember seeing these drag queens, and I wasn't out at the time, and I was just mesmerised by just walking up Bloom Street, and we only stopped about an hour. We just went for a drink, and then we left, and that stayed with me forever, and that was my kind of passion behind Manchester Pride as well. I know what it felt like walking into the village for the first time, and I think everyone that you speak to, they'll always remember that kind of first time.
First step through the gate.
Yeah, because it always felt like you were walking over this magical fairy line, and
especially on a Saturday when it's like the peak, just after the parade, that special party time. Yeah, definitely. You were speaking about kind of body of experience and everything. If you were a new business or an event promoter, could you approach the VBA for some kind of guidance on how to set things up or how to get involved in the village?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're an open organisation to new businesses coming on board, and anybody that is thinking of setting up in the village or is a new member of the village, they should absolutely come and speak to us and get involved and see what's going on, because it's not just about having a venue, whatever that business may be in the village. It's about hopefully taking some ownership and some pride and a sense of you are taking a business in the gay village, so you should support the gay community and just try and get involved, because there's so many things that you can get involved, and it's good for business. Yeah. Because
networking.
Absolutely, yeah. If there's so many community groups taking place that that they're all looking for places to hold events or have meetings, and just get involved. You only need to look around the village at what's going on.
Oh gosh, there's loads going on. I was just going to say to you, how important for you are events like Sausage Fest, Village People Weekend? We did Pride House together.
Yeah.
So how important do you think that they are to our village?
They're instrumental, because we need to put the gayness back in our village and make it feel like a gay village once again, and encourage those gay people that have got... There's other offerings in Manchester to go to, and we've fought for equality, and we've kind of got that now to a certain extent, and therefore people don't need to use the gay village as much. But what I'm trying to say to people is, come back and use it and support it, and show that we have got pride in our gay village and in Manchester. And like I said, you said we worked on Pride House Manchester, seeing 1,200 people walk up...
I still can't get that out of my head.
Up the street on a cold, wet night in February was just...
amazing.
Yeah, and you kind of see what people have fought for in the past, and it shows you that people still care.
And the connections there with people as well. It's just they need things to invest in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's not about standing in the same corner of the same bar every Saturday night. But with all these events which are going on, it's things like every couple of weeks now, which is fantastic.
Well, we've got Manbears coming up, we've got Sparkle coming up, obviously there's Pride, we have World AIDS Day. There's so many different things that I think that we should get out there and show people that we have got a thriving gay community in Manchester.
Get involved with.
Because there's other cities around the country that haven't got what we've got. We're really lucky, and we should fight for that, because there will be that 18-year-old who is not quite sure about maybe coming out, and it's not all about drink and drugs in the village, which some people perceive it as.
Well,
there's a lot of other things going on.
You can find out all the information from the VBA on Twitter. You've now gone social media.
We have gone social media.
Which is at VBA Manchester, and the collective 2 hashtags are at Canal Street and NCR Gay Village.
That's right.
So all the news, all the news, all the updates are on those 2 hashtags.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You can follow all of Jackie's huge workload, including Glasgow Pride and VBA. Anything else Rich doing at the moment?
No, that's quite enough
That's
at
quite
the moment,
enough.
yeah.
You can follow on Twitter at Jackie Crozier.
George House Trust.
Ambassadors for George House Trust as well. So you can follow all of Jackie's goings on Twitter. All the links will be on the page. Jackie, as always, it's a pleasure to talk to you. You're listening to Canal Street Radio with myself, Billie Jean, and Jackie Crozier from the Village Business Association.